Hi friends, thanks so much for joining me. So in today's card tutorial, we're actually going to make a card that I shared with you a couple of weeks ago. It was one of my shorts videos, and I did a card in under 3 minutes. I actually shocked myself. I didn't think I could do it, but I did. I do want to share that I did edit a little bit, but not too much of it. So we're going to do that today again, and I'm going to do the whole process with you, and let's get started. So my inspiration actually came from this card, which is another card I had received for my birthday in May. As you know, I've been saving a lot of, well, I saved them all, but I saved a few I put aside because I wanted to replicate them. So in this particular one was one of them that I wanted to replicate. These stamps and embossing folder, and I'm not using the die, but I'll show it to you anyway. It's Jolly Holly, and it's got these wonderful Christmas holiday type sentiments on it, and it also has these pretty images on it. There's also a embossing folder. This is a hybrid embossing folder, and what that means is that you can die cut and emboss at the same time. Now with this particular one, it doesn't die cut pieces that you can take off, although I guess you could remove them. But basically what you do, you've seen these before, is you just kind of like, they snap into place. You put your cardstock in there, close it up, run it through, then you've got embossed, and you've also got a little bit of detailing. Now the difference with this particular one is what it does is it raises up, so it kind of gives it like a little extra dimension. But as I mentioned, we're not going to use the die. We are going to be using the embossing folder though. So let me put this aside, and let's get my parts and pieces out. So let's keep this handy so I don't forget it, because for some reason I always forget to use those. The embossing folder, it's like the last thing I forget, right? So my designer series paper is actually one from last year, and it's called Season of Elegance. This is absolutely gorgeous. There are 3 different colors in here. We have, I think I used up the Pretty Peacock, but we have basic beige, old olive, and cherry cobbler, real reddish. But aren't they just gorgeous? And this is the Pretty Peacock piece that I have left over. So I think they're just stunning. And the back is just as stunning. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this. So pretty, this paper. I was so happy to see that this actually carried over into this year. I might have to get more of it. They make perfect Christmas cards, but also all occasion cards. I mean, it doesn't have to be for Christmas. You can do this for any time of year. All right, so I've got my parts and pieces already pretty much cut out for me. And what I want to do first is I want to attach my designer series paper, and we're going to do this flush to the left, and then it goes right to the top, because I want this to set before we run it through the embossing folder. What happens when you run things through the embossing folder is sometimes they shift on you, and you don't want to do that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here, and we'll put this down, then we'll put this aside so that it could set and completely dry before we run it through an embossing folder. Pick this up so we can move it over just a bit. Tap it. Looks good. All right, so that is good. I'll set that aside. And let's do a little bit of stamping first. So let me bring in my Pierce mat. And I've got, let's see, my stamps here. Got a couple of them. We're going to use real red. And first I will do Merry Christmas. I've already got it mounted on my stamp. So we'll do Merry Christmas. I'll come up about here because I am going to punch that out. So, you know, I might have to separate these. And did you see what I did? You know, I tell you to use Versamark, and then I forget to use it. Now, I had left it on my table in front of me, but I guess I must have moved it in my last class. And the reason that I use that you want to use Versamark, especially for your photopolymer stamps, is so that they don't stain. So let's do that again. I'm going to flip it over. Like so. All right, there we go. Much better. Okay, then for the inside, I have, oops, see that? Almost did it again. So we're going to dip it in Versamark first, then on our Real Red. I'm just going to put this right here in the center. May the spirit of the season bring you hope, happiness, and love. I just love that sentiment. It's so pretty and so appropriate. All right, we are done with Real Red. I can close this up. Now for the memento, I don't need the Versamark because that doesn't stain. So we're just going to, but you know what? Let's try that anyway. I think I have tried that before and I like the effect that it gives. So we're going to dip it in our Versamark and then our memento. And we'll put a couple of holly berries. One here. Okay, clean that up. And do that again. I'll put another one right down here, like so. Now I'm going to punch this out. I want to see if I have enough room to stamp a holly berry off to the side on this. And I think I might, especially if I come close to the edge there. I think I will have some space. Looks good. And I'll punch that. Okay, so let's see. If we don't, we can always restamp it, right? Okay, so just make sure we clean that. Dip, dip. Now we'll just come right over here. Like so. Perfect. Look at that. All right. So let's close up our stamps. We're done with all our stamping. Take my Versamark, my Pierce mat, and my Versamark out of the way. And this is done. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, let's attach this to the, oh, no, let's not do that yet. Before I do that, I want to color in with my pencils. I'm using Garden Green, watercolor pencils. I couldn't think of the name. So this is Garden Green. And then we'll do the berries in Real Red. So I'm just going to finish coloring the Garden Green, our nice little holly leaves. And while I'm doing this, I thought I would let you know that you'll definitely want to be subscribed to my email newsletter because there's a big announcement and you're not going to want to miss it. It's very exciting and I can't wait to tell you more about it. And if you have questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to me by email, or you can call me as well. Whatever's easiest for you. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. When this video goes live, I will actually be in North Carolina attending an event with my upline, Brandy Cox, and we're going to be there during World Card Making Day. Now, if you haven't signed up for World Card Making Day, it's a free event that Stampin' Up! Sponsors. It's free to customers, free to demonstrators, anyone can join. And the link is in my email newsletter, so you'll definitely want to click on that to join, and you don't have to leave your house. So it's really great. Sarah will actually, she's the CEO of Stampin' Up! She will actually be demonstrating the handmade and heartfelt kit that we have available in my online store. So you don't want to miss that. Again, like I said, it's free and anyone can join. And that event will be on Saturday, which I believe is either the 3rd or the 4th. I think it's the 4th of October. So I'm just blending out some of the color so that we don't have those harsh lines. I don't think I'll do that with the berries though, because they're so small, but I figured the leaves are a little bit bigger so you can see some of those lines. So I'm just using the blending brush to smooth out those lines. All right, so there we go. And then I'll just brush that off on my scrap paper, and it will be good as new for the next time. All right, let's add this to the inside of our card base. And this is 4 1/4 by 11, so I decided to make this in the vertical orientation. And then we should be able to emboss that piece, because by now it should be dry. So this card truly is a quick card. I mean, it's probably taking me a little bit longer because I'm chatting and talking and just taking my time, but you can probably make lots of these in no time at all. Especially good for making duplicates of the same card. All right, so that's done. So let me put that aside. Let me grab my cut and emboss machine and we can emboss that piece. Just move some things aside here. Give me a little space. I don't think this is a 3D embossing folder. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So I don't think I need the special. No, it's not. Okay, good. So I don't need that special plate. But I do need my number 1 plate and then 2 number 3 plates. So let's see, where did I put that? There we go. So I am just going to add the holly. Let's see, do I like this side? I'm just going to add the holly to one side. Right about here should be good. And I might pick up a little bit on the other side here, but I'm trying not to get that side. Does it fit? I think it fits. Okay. My plates are so warped. Okay, why aren't you working? Maybe I do. Maybe it is a 3D embossing. Oh, it doesn't say 3D. Maybe I do need that. Maybe because it's a hybrid. Let's try with the number 4 plate. So number 1 plate and a number 4 plate. Yeah, I guess it does work that way. Okay, so I do need that number 4 plate for it. We'll see what it looks like, but it certainly went through a lot easier than with the other one. So there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the detail on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And finish off our card. Oops. Well, I'm glad I separated those pieces because my sentiment was in there. All right, so let's put this on the card front. Now you could also add dimensionals to this, but I'm going to keep it relatively flat just to make it for easier mailing. And less bulk means paying less money to mail it. So this piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Here. Okay, and that's good. Then I'll get my dimensionals out. I've got some ribbon. Now this is retired ribbon, but I thought it looked perfect with this. Right? Doesn't that look beautiful? With that the gold dots in there? I think that looks amazing. I think that looks amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this here, but let's see if I need to trim it a little bit more than that. Let's see, we're going to put this right over there. Oh, one more thing I do want to do is I want to dip my punched piece into my ink. I should have done that already, but just to give it a little dimension so it looks like there's another layer underneath without being another layer underneath. I hope that makes sense. It does in my head, but sometimes when I say it, it sounds funny. So, I hope you all understand that. My crazy lingo. All right, so let's put this here. All right, come on, ribbon, work with me. There we go. Now I'm going to add some dimensionals to this. Where did I put them? Right here. Just to keep it down. So we'll add one here. Another one right over here. Okay. Right there. Okay. And then we'll add our dimensionals onto our sentiment. Okay, let's take these backings off. There you go. All right, and we're going to add some pretty flower accents, gold flower accents. Aren't these beautiful? Like this little flower center. It's like a daisy. Really, we don't even need them, I don't think. So let me see. Let's see. Oops, I got stuck to my finger. I'll add one down here, maybe. I think that's what I'll do. I'll add them on each point of my punched out hexagon, like so. All right. I know I should put 3, but I like the way that looks with 2. I hope you agree with me. So there you go, friends. There's our card, and not too bad, right? I mean, again, I was talking for quite a bit, so that's 20 minutes. But I do want to show you that I did make lots of these cards after I did that video, and I did them in so many different colors. And I just love the way they all turned out because they all look different. We have our Pretty in Pink, Timid Tiger. This one here is Darling Duckling, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, another Timid Tiger, Pretty Peacock, and another Pretty Peacock. Lost. Actually, this was more like Lost Lagoon. So friends, let me know which one's your favorite. Which color do you like the most? I don't think I could get them all in here. Well, maybe I can. Let's see. And we'll put our nice pretty red one that we just made together. Oh, I just love the way that turned out. Anyway, friends, thanks again for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Please be sure to definitely share it with your friends. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up on YouTube. It really helps my channel to grow, and it helps other people find my channel. And sign up for that newsletter if you haven't. Big announcement coming tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye-bye.